Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praises to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the worlds, the most merciful. I bear witness that there is no one worthy of worship but Allah, and I bear witness that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. To proceed, my name is Saleh, and I'm so excited to share what I'm about to share today because I believe what I'm about to share, it has the potential to change our perspective about the people in our lives. So lately, I found myself thinking about gift, and I started to think about, greatest gift people have given me, and I was like, Saleh, people don't give you nothing. I'm just kidding. But I started to think about the greatest gift that we have in our lives. And the thing is, if we ask people right now, what is the greatest gift people have given you before? So people will probably mention a lot of different things. We'll see people mentioning stuff like cars, houses, and stuff like that. And if we ask the same question but in a different way, we say, what is the greatest gift Allah has given you? So the elite thinkers among us will probably mention something like my right mind. And maybe you don't know, your right mind is a great gift from Allah. You having your right mind is a great gift from Allah. So the elite thinkers among us will probably mention stuff like that. My mind, or my health, or my business. But what if I told you that none of those things is the greatest gift Allah has given us? The greatest gift Allah has given us is people, people around us. That's the greatest gift Allah has given us is people. And because this is something that I just realized as I started to think about, the season that I'm just stepping out of, because lately I kind of made a mistake that I didn't want to acknowledge. I was trying to protect my machismo, pretending like it wasn't a mistake, but the truth is I made a mistake, and my mind couldn't help me out in that situation. I tried to figure solution out. I tried so many things, couldn't come up with any solution. I tried to use the little knowledge that I have to kind of maneuver what I'm saying, but I couldn't come up with any solution. The only thing that helped me out, let me say it that way, the only thing that helped me out in that situation is the people around me. So that's how I realized that the greatest gift Allah has given us is people around us. You need to think about the people in your life and start appreciating Allah for them, because they are the greatest gift Allah has given you. So when Allah, the thing is, when Allah created heavens and earth, he created everything, and then he created our father Adam, and later on he created Hawa for our father Adam. It's like he created everything and presented everything, and then he now presented the last thing he created for our father Adam is his wife. It's like us. For example, me personally, let's say I'm giving somebody different gifts right now. I'm going to make sure that the last gift I give to that person is the greatest of all, the greatest gift. So that's kind of what happened in that situation. Allah created everything, and then created Adam, and then created for our father Adam Hawa. The last thing Allah gave to our father is Hawa. So Hawa is the greatest gift for our father, and then our father Adam is the greatest gift to Hawa as well. So that's how I realized that the greatest gift Allah has given us is people around us. And the thing is, every single time, to let us know the value or how great people in our lives are. So every single time Allah wants to change anything on earth, he uses human being. He has the power to use anything he wants, but he uses human being. When Allah wanted to stop people from worshiping idols for the first time, he sent Prophet Idris, and later on he sent Prophet Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. When Allah wanted to change the situation of Bani Israel. He sent Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. When Allah wanted to help Prophet Musa alayhi salatu wasalam out, he used Prophet Harun alayhi salatu wasalam. When Allah wanted to change the situation of the entire world, he sent Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the thing is, every single time Allah wants to change something here on earth, he uses human being. So that tells us that the greatest gift to this world or to us is the people around us, the people that Allah has put in our lives. Those are the greatest gifts that we have in our life. So what we need to do is that we need to stop thinking of the people in our lives as our enemies, because that's how so many of us, that's how we see the people in our lives. We see them as our enemies. So what if we stop thinking of what if you stop thinking of your husband as your enemy and you start thinking of him as your greatest gift? What if you stop thinking of your children as your enemy and you start as your enemies, and you start thinking of them as your greatest gift? What if you stop thinking of the people around you, your uncles, your aunts, your nephews, your nieces? What if you stop thinking of them as your enemies, that as the people that they hate you or they don't treat you well, and you start thinking of them as the greatest gift Allah has given you? So that's what we need to realize. We need to realize that they are the greatest gift Allah has given us. And this is something that I believe Shaitan understands. That's why he always uses us against the people in our lives, and always he uses the people in our lives against us as well. He knows that your husband is the greatest gift Allah has given you. That's why he uses him against you and uses you against him as well. So that's what he realized, and that's the reason why he's doing that. And as I was thinking about this whole thing, I kind of came up with something. How do we measure if something is good or it's great? I believe the way we know if something is great is by the rate of demand and availability. Let me try to explain that. You know if something is great by the rate of demand and availability. So if we see something everywhere, like you look, in front of you, you see it, you look back, you see it, you look right, you look left, everywhere you look, you see it. So that shows that that thing is not that important. But if you look around and you look, in front of you, look at your back, your right, your left, and maybe you see something in your right and you didn't see it in any other places. So that shows that that thing is not available that much. So that the thing that's something, if something is available everywhere, we wouldn't value it much. But if something is not that available, we will be valuing it. We will be treating that thing as something that is great. So think about the people in your life. You have a husband. Maybe your husband he's not, the greatest guy in the world, but at least he's faithful. He's not doing so many things, but at least he's a faithful guy. Your wife is not, the most beautiful girl in the world, but at least she's trying. She couldn't do everything, but at least she knows how to do a couple of things. Your children, they are not the best children in the world, but at least they they are there for you, when you need them, maybe during the weekends. So the think about the rate of demand, the rate of the people demanding to have the kind of people that you have in your life. You have a wife. There are people out there that they are demanding to have at least a wife, but they don't have so many people. There are people that they are hoping and praying to have child, to even experience what it's like to have a child for a day, but the thing is they don't have, and maybe they will never have. So think about those people. Think about the people that are demanding to have the kind of people that you have in your life. So when you think about them and think about the availability of those people, you have a faithful husband. He is not a great guy, but he is faithful. Now think about other people that their husbands, they are not faithful. Your children, they are listening to you, maybe over 50% of what they say. Think about other people that, maybe their children even commanding them. So think about the people that you have and the level of the people that are demanding to have them, and then think about the availability as well. So when you think about that, you would realize that the people that you have in your life, they are really, really you shouldn't be taking them for granted. You should be taking them as something that is really, really valuable. And the reason is because they are really valuable, because Allah put them in your life for a reason. And this is something that Shaitan understands, as I said before, and that's the reason why he is always trying to put enmity, between us, always trying to use us against the people in our life, and he's always trying to use the people in our lives against us as well. So we have to be thinking about the demand, as I said, and the availability of the people in our lives. Compared to other people. So if we can do that, I believe it will be changing our perspective about the people in our lives. This is all that I'm going to share today because of time. So I'm going to come up with another part, and that part is going to be I'm going to be focusing on what do we do when our greatest gift turn to our enemy. So I'm going to talk about that in the next part. May Almighty Allah grant us faithful people in our life. Don't forget to share, give me some comments, some likes if possible, and don't forget to subscribe. Salam.